Welcome to my kitchen and my little corner of the internet. I am Katie, mother to 5 homeschooled kids. We are a full-time family, and that means we're all home together every day. So I'm making lots of meals for my family of 7 every day. Lots of cooking going on here. So when I make meals, I like to double them for the size of my family. That way I can have a meal now and another meal that I can either pop in the freezer or place in the fridge for a meal later. That kind of lessens my workload if I can do this with 2/3 of all the meals I make for my family. Then I am saving myself a little bit of time in the future. So I try to be mindful when I'm baking something like pancakes, or if I'm gonna make a batch of waffles, maybe a double batch of sourdough English muffins or some French toast. I like to make some for now and make some for later. That way the kids can wake up in the morning and we can all enjoy our mornings together, and we can just reheat and eat something simple, and then we can jump right into our homeschool routine. And then once homeschool is done for the day, we can go on whatever adventure it is, or we can do whatever we like with our time. On this day, we have an adventure planned once we get all of our chores and schoolwork done. On our way back from our little adventure, I'm gonna stop by the grocery store and pick up some items. So at the end of this video, I'll also have a grocery haul to share with you. Mornings are my favorite time in the kitchen, and some mornings are more productive than others. So on this beautiful morning, I'm soaking up the sunlight rays, and I'm gonna make some sheet pancakes. For this recipe, you're gonna need 4 cups all-purpose flour, 3 cups of milk, 4 tablespoons sugar, 6 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 8 tablespoons melted butter or coconut oil, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and 2 to 4 bananas mashed up. You can optionally add 2 extra eggs to this if you like, make it a little bit more protein rich, but I'm just sticking to the basic recipe today. We're gonna mix up all of these ingredients and pour them into a parchment paper lined baking sheet. This is gonna make life a little bit easier for mom and the cleanup time. We're gonna bake these in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. This is enough to fill an 11 by 15 inch baking sheet, and that is enough to feed my family 2 to 3 breakfasts in a row, or 2 breakfasts and some snacks. You saw that I was using my mill in the background to mill my flour, and I enjoy doing that. It's really beneficial for my family to have fresh milled flour. I also like to use store-bought all-purpose flour, so you'll see in my videos that I alternate between the two, and sometimes I use a combination of both. So what I did there was I mixed up all of my wet ingredients first, and then I mixed up all of my dry ingredients, and now I'm mixing them all together. As I prepare meals, I try to straighten up and stay on top of getting dishes washed up and putting back ingredients as I use them. If I don't do this, my kitchen is chaos by the end of the day. So it's really important to me to make sure that I'm always tidying up as I go. I am pro parchment paper. It came along with having our 5th child. I started using more disposable products just to lessen the amount of scrubbing I had to do. So anything to make Mama's life a little bit easier. I know this season doesn't last forever and the days are long. The years are absolutely so short. Wow, when you start having children, time just flies by. I'm definitely trying to maximize my time with my children. This is a large batch of sheet pancakes. If they don't all fit on your sheet pan, then you can put the rest in muffin tins, or you can cook them in a buttered pan on your stove top. Now, if you have any leftover squares after you bake all of this, if you have any leftover sheet pancakes, just pop the whole tray into your freezer if you have the space, or take them off of the parchment paper lined tray and place them into the freezer. And then once they are frozen, you can pop them into a Ziploc bag or another freezer safe container, and they will store for about 3 months in the freezer. You can take them out the night before and reheat them in your toaster or your toaster oven. If you have an air fryer, that works really well to reheat these as well. The kids are still in bed. Breakfast is baking. Aaron is over there at his computer getting his schoolwork done bright and early in the morning. So I'm going to sit here for a moment and enjoy some coffee, chat with my husband for a few moments, and just look at some recipes and go over some of the recipes that I have planned and see what ingredients I need to grab from the store. The sheet pancakes are all ready, so I'm going to get these served up for the kids, and they're just trickling out of the bedroom now, so one at a time I will feed them, and we're going to serve this with some salted butter and some plum preserve or plum jam that I made last fall. After breakfast, we knocked out the schoolwork, and then I went outside to do some work in the garden, and I'm going to share all about that with you in just a moment. We made the drive up here to Lake of the Woods, got Bodie sleeping back there, and so Aaron and the kids went down the hill to get some ice cream. I've been in the yard today working. I moved, you all know those wine barrels, and you can use them as planters, or maybe they're whiskey barrels, I'm not sure. But when we first moved into our house, they had these barrels all around the driveway. Well, a bunch of them were termite infested and falling apart, rotted. So we got rid of those, and then we have 4 remaining. Well, I moved those 4 to the hillside where we had raspberries and strawberries, and I had a fence up, and anyways, it was a big mess. So I am remediating that side of the hill, and I have moved the barrels to the garden, and I'm going to use them as raised garden beds or container gardens. So that's what I've been working on. I didn't film any of it, but I used the wheelbarrow to maneuver those large barrel halves into the wheelbarrow. I tipped the wheelbarrow over on its side and then put the barrel into it and tipped the wheelbarrow back up. And it worked really well. Problem being, I had to push these heavy barrels in the heavy wheelbarrow up the hill, or like a roundabout way up the hill, and now my back is completely shot. It took me yesterday evening, I worked for about an hour, and then today I worked for a couple hours. But it was enough shoveling dirt and moving heavy stuff and shoveling dirt into the wheelbarrow and moving it up the hill that my back is really tight. So I'm thankful Bodhi fell asleep, because that gives me time to rest. So Aaron and the kids walked down to the lake. It's down a big hill, way down there. And because he's asleep, I'm able to rest in the car, have nice quiet time, and let my back kind of rest a little bit, because my back is definitely, I'm afraid if I step wrong, or if I reach for something, or if I try to take my jacket off, that's going to be it. Hair trigger. We are in the hair trigger phase of back tightness. So I'm drinking magnesium. I've got some magnesium in my water, some other vitamin, nutrients, minerals, whatever in my water. Hopeful that will help me. And when Bodhi wakes up, he's over there catching flies. Look at his little reflection in the window. Isn't he cute? When he wakes up, we'll go down there too. We may not make it down there. I may not make it down there. But this is a really beautiful place. There are some huge trees. This tree right here outside of this window, that is a massive, look at that car. That is a massive tree. Massive tree. We're at Lake of the Woods in Southern Oregon, and it's a lake up on the mountain, and it's beautiful. We took a drive out here. The roads are finally clear from all the snowstorms. It's supposed to snow again, but we just wanted to take a drive and get the kids out of the house and do some exploring. And yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I can't wait to get back tomorrow to the garden and start doing some more work. If my back's holding up, we'll see how I feel tomorrow. But thankfully, I have some lightweight things I can do, like some planting. Today I planted kohlrabi. I think that's how you say it. And then I also planted some lettuces and things like that. And then also there's a whole bunch of like male mosquito bugs in here. A whole bunch, because the kids left the doors open, so they're like on the rooftop now. So I planted some kohlrabi and some lettuces, some kale, some sunflower seeds. I don't know if any of this stuff is going to come up. If it doesn't, I've got more seeds. I'll plant more. But I thought I would just go ahead and give it a try and see what all I could get in the ground. Or not even in the ground, in my containers, because the sun hits that hill, and it hits that hill first in the morning. And a lot of the seeds I planted said plant as soon as your soil is workable. So that's what I did. My soil is workable, so I'm getting those seeds in the ground, and I'll probably try to get some more in tomorrow. I need to do a little bit of planting. I have some VEGO raised garden beds to put, and I also have some tomato planters that I need to put in the garden as well. The tomato planters I'll probably keep inside for right now, and just get the tomatoes growing nice and strong for those planters. And then the raised garden beds that I have, the metal raised beds, they're very durable, very sturdy. Those are going to be built. I have 2 of them right now. I might get some more, but I figured I would start out with the 2 raised garden beds, and I'll leave a link down below for these items. But I'm going to start out with 2. I'm trying to do everything frugal. Hopefully everything grows well in this garden season this year. But I just wanted to share with you guys kind of what's going on in life. your ice cream and be in here. Y'all going down to the lake?
Yeah, we should wake him up.
I'll get him up in a minute.
You'll have to hold it for him, Mom. Monica, you're such a team player.
We're at the end of the dock. I don't know, what, 15 feet deep maybe? We can see. We can see the bottom of the ground. It's crazy.
In the shin. Oh, shit.
Real quick, Walmart grocery haul. I ran in there to get toilet paper, and they also have a couple of things that I like to get from there because they have really good prices on it. So we picked up some of those items, and Topo Chico was a full $1.50 less expensive from Walmart than it was at Fred Meyer's. So we have 2 more cases of that out in the garage and brought this one inside. We needed some Clorox bleach. I use that for my postpartum doula work and occasionally for laundry, but we've been out of that for a while, so we had to restock. Sandwich bags and gallon storage bags. We were out of both of those. We use these to pack snacks and travel, lots of travel stuff for packing. It makes travel life easier when you can pack things in a gallon storage bag. Lots of little things, and then put them in your big suitcase. So same thing with the sandwich bags. Fruit cup snacks. These are one of those items I'm going to stash away to pack for travel. And then down here we've got some frozen food items. Some batter mixed seasoned French fries for the kids. French fried, I was going to say kid-tatoes, but French fried potatoes for the kids. And some family size, fully cooked original pork sausage patties to throw in the air fryer for mornings when I'm frying up some eggs and we've got some toast and I can make them an egg sausage sandwich real quick. It makes it nice and easy. This that have a organic coconut sugar is really good. I like to put this in my coffee, and we use this in baking and all sorts of things. And they have a good price on it at Walmart. This is about $10. It might be $10.99 for this 3-pound bag of coconut palm sugar. It has more of a caramel flavor to it. It's really nice. Then all-purpose flour for baking. Yes, we've got a green mill. I need to find a fine mesh or a fine flour sieve. If you have any recommendations, comment below. Down here we also have some salami. I get this for Aaron to snack on, as well as the quick sliced cheese. He can take this with him to work. And the pepper jack cheese, throw in his golf bag. Then some Mission tortillas. I'm going to make the kids probably some breakfast burritos one day this week. 2 containers of maple syrup, pure maple syrup. Sometimes Costco has the organic maple syrup, and that's fine. But what's the difference between organic syrup, maple syrup, and pure maple syrup? I'm not sure. One's certified organic, but they all come from trees. And I don't know that they're actually spraying trees or doing anything weird to them. So that maple syrup is good enough. We've got chocolate pudding and vanilla pudding. The kids like to have pudding every once in a while, and butterscotch. This is hard to find in the store. You can never find butterscotch pudding at the store, so I grabbed 2 of those. We are running low on the organic coconut oil that we like to use, and we usually get it from Azure, but I am pretty much out of it, so I needed to get a little bit to get us through until our next Azure standard haul. So I grabbed one of these, and this will last me a few months, so I can put off ordering from Azure for a little while. And this was $20. Then they also had Luana nonstick spray coconut oil. That's going to make my life a lot easier. I made Bodhi cupcakes and I didn't spray the pan or oil the pan. I used muffin tins, and then they overfilled, or I overfilled them and made a huge mess on my muffin pan. on my cupcake pan. So this is going to make it easier because I'm too much of a busy mama to take the time to oil my pans properly. So getting some spray to make my life a little easier is going to be nice. So we got 2 of those. Went ahead and stocked up. Those will probably last me a couple of years, I'm sure. 2 bags of Gala apples. The kids eat lots and lots of apples. They love fresh fruit. 2 nut pods. This one's the almond coconut creamer toasted marshmallow, and this one is French vanilla. Dairy-free people. These are good. Then I got some cashew milk yogurt. This is vanilla. And then the organic honey as well, cashew and coconut yogurt alternative. And for the kids, the 2 Good, 2 grams of sugar, vanilla with other natural flavors, yogurt. Figured we could give that a try. We've never had that before, but they had that at Walmart. And then the Chobani Greek yogurts. These either, I don't know if Aaron will take these to work with him or not, but the kids can take them to the golf course when they go play golf with Dad. So when I buy individual package things like this, we try to save them for the golf course, like the cheeses and things like that. We try to save those when they go, and I can pack things like that in their little lunch box, and then they can have food on the course. 4 of these Lifeway organic kefirs. Every time I've ever tried to make kefir myself, I do really well with it for a short period of time, and then I always kill the grains. So I just buy it from the store. And then I remember eating this at a friend's house. We always had bagels and smoked salmon, cream cheese. I did not get bagels, but I'm going to make some sourdough English muffins. I have the recipe on my channel. And when I make those, we can put this smoked salmon stuff. I was telling the kids about this, and I wanted them to try it. So that's why we got that. And then, of course, a big, huge, giant thing of toilet paper. Somehow I managed to run out of toilet paper. Mom fail. So we've been out of toilet paper. That was not good. And that is everything that we got in our Walmart haul. I'll put the price right here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a day in the life, mom of 5. This was a good time. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.